This is the world-renowned Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, home of Tulane University, the Super Bowl, and the New Orleans Saints, who today play host to the Pittsburgh Steelers. In 3 years of existence, the Saints have achieved much. They have a huge loyal following that includes mascots, both canine and feminine. They have a celebrity owner, Al Hurd, who ensures their fans a colorful musical show before, during, and after the games. And they have a football team, a team coached by Tom Fears, the fiery ex-Packer coach, who has been with them throughout their existence. The Saints have been led by quarterback Billy Kilmer, who has molded a fine passing attack led by Dan Abramowitz, co-leader in receiving, to go along with his big setbacks, Ernie Wheelwright and Tony Baker. The result has been 4 well-earned victories. Lately, rookie Ed Hargett has led the team when Kilmer has faltered and also has done well. Kicker Tom Dempsey has also been instrumental in their 4 victories, though he has only half a kicking foot. The Pittsburgh Steelers are another story. Winners of only 1 game, the Steelers are at their nadir. Notre Dame rookie Terry Hanratty has tried his hand, along with Dick Shiner, at leading the lowly Steelers, but neither they nor the team has fared well. So, as Abramowitz and Jefferson wished each other luck in the battle for league honors in receiving, the only thing at stake in this, the last game of the year, was individual and team pride. Pride in performance and pride in result. I'm Jack Whitaker, and this is the NFL Game of the Week. The first quarter of this game would belong lock, stock, and barrel to the Steelers. And they started right from the opening kickoff as Don McCall, number 36, raced 42 yards with Tom Dempsey's kick. On a repeat, watch the screen blocking of Dick Arndt, number 71, which allowed McCall to go up the middle and into daylight before Elijah Nevitt, number 24, brought him down. Dick Shiner started at quarterback and decided to utilize his setbacks as receivers, figuring his wide receivers to be double covered. The strategy worked well. On the last play, good protection allowed Shiner to flip a flare pass to Dick Hoke, all alone for a first down. From the Saints' 41, Shiner went with the same play to the other side. Hoke beat the linebacker, made a juggling catch. And 26 yards later, the Steelers were on the 15-yard line. Two plays later, Earl Groh, number 38, went straight up the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. On a repeat, watch the Steeler guards cross and open a nice hole for Groh, who did the rest by himself. Pittsburgh had scored quickly and explosively to lead 7-0. The Saints' first series yielded nothing, as the Steeler line, always a tough contingent, stopped Billy Kilmer and his backs cold and forced them to give up the ball. Shiner went right to work, this time going to his wide receivers. On first down, he hit John Henderson on a bomb for 45 yards to the 16. Then Groh, who came to Pittsburgh by way of Green Bay and Philadelphia, hit through the hole and into pay dirt for his second score of the game. On a repeat, watch number 53, middle linebacker Dick Apsher, read the play wrong and move right as the play goes to his left and Groh goes into the end zone. Steelers 14, Saints nothing. Late in the quarter, Kilmer got the Saints moving with the help of number 46, Dan Abramowitz. Abramowitz is a scrappy 6'1", 195 receiver who seems to catch everything in his vicinity, both long and short, to the inside or to the outside. But the Saints were then set back by penalties and the Steeler defense. The trouble with the Steelers does not seem to be their defense, which contains a hard-charging front four and a trio of competent linebackers. Their secondary is young and may be their weak link. But so far today, they were also tough, and the Saints kept moving backwards. New Orleans got a break on a penalty and kept the ball, but again were unable to move consistently. Lee Callan figured the foot was quicker than the eye or the hand as he stopped Tony Baker on a second down play. Kilmer was then brought to the bottom of the Sugar Bowl for the third time by 6-year veteran Ben McGee. On a repeat, McGee, number 60, pours in from right end and flips Kilmer down as the first quarter ended, with the Saints punting and the Steelers in a commanding lead, 14-0. The second quarter, like the first, was dominated by one team. This time, New Orleans was the team, though it didn't first appear that way. But Kilmer then started a drive that would culminate in a score. First, he hit Abramowitz over the hands of a Steeler defender for 39 yards to the Steeler 48. Then it was Al Dodd's turn. Dodd, the Saints' other wide receiver, hauled in Kilmer's pass for 38 more yards. On a repeat, Kilmer had plenty of time, and Dodd made the grab with Jim Shorter, number 21, all over him. A quick look into Abramowitz got 7 more to the 3. Then Kilmer's fourth straight pass found Ray Pogue, number 85, in the end zone, and the Saints were on the board. On the repeat, a great play-action fake to the setback held the defense long enough for Pogue to get open in the back of the end zone. The Saints now trailed 14-7. Later in the quarter, the Saints got another score as the game was taking a complete reversal as it went on. The Saints' explosive passing attack was in full gear, and their big backs were carving out 6 and 7 yards at a clip. Al Dodd's reception on this pass put the ball on the Steeler 30. But there the drive stalled, and the miraculous Tom Dempsey put the ball through from 38 yards out to narrow the gap to 4 points, 14-10. Late in the half, the Steelers' sputtering offense again would fail to move as the Saints now had momentum. After McCall lost 3, Shiner was pressured and underthrew his target on third down. So Doug Atkins and the defense trotted off the field, having forced another punt. Al Dodd took the punt, cut right, and went 21 yards. On a repeat, watch the blocking Dodd initially received. Then watch him almost go all the way, foiled by his own wheels at the Steeler 41. With excellent field position, the Saints tried to move in for the go-ahead score. After Dave Parks got 7, Kilmer hit Dodd for 18, but a costly holding penalty negated the catch and put the Saints out of field goal range. And on the last play of the half, Kilmer was once again sacked by the Steeler line as Ben McGee took him to the turf. The Saints had lost a golden opportunity, but still had the momentum as they went into the locker room trailing 14-10. The second half opened with the Saints in possession of the ball, but trailing by 4 points. They quickly discovered the Pittsburgh defense wouldn't be any easier to move against than it was earlier in the game. New Orleans had the ball on their own 19, but Steeler defensive pursuit kept Livingston from turning the corner on first down. When Kilmer tried to pass on second down, Pittsburgh's Ben McGee pressured him into throwing inaccurately. On third down, Kilmer passed high off Pogue's fingertips. It appeared Pittsburgh had held, but a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty was called on Big Ben McGee. The tempo of the game changed abruptly. New Orleans had a new life on the 38 and took immediate advantage of it. Livingston took a handoff and flipped perfectly to Pogue for 14 yards. A repeat of the play shows the lethal block by number 72 tackled Don Talbert on number 60, Ben McGee, who had a shot at Livingston. The Saints now had a first down on the 48. Kilmer then hit Abramowitz, despite the fact that number 21, Jim Shorter, was on top of him. The play covered 15 yards, but New Orleans was set back 17 yards for holding, as penalties continue to play a significant part in the game. Needing 27 yards for a first down, Kilmer really went to work on the Steeler pass defense. He found Dave Parks alone over the middle for 14 yards. Then, faced with a 3rd and 13 situation, Billy the Kid again came through with a big play to Parks, although the receiver bumped into his own teammate before being pummeled by 4 Steelers. New Orleans had another first down. With 1st and 10, Kilmer threw a quick out at the right sideline to Dodd, who was met hard, then literally thrown out of bounds by Lee Callan. On 2nd and 6, Kilmer found he couldn't penetrate the Pittsburgh front 4 with the run, as Livingston hit a wall of white shirts. So faced with a 3rd down situation again, he quickly pitched to Abramowitz over the middle. New Orleans now had a first down on the Pittsburgh 18. Watch number 75, 6'4" rookie sensation Joe Green. His charge made the smaller Kilmer barely miss Abramowitz in the end zone. This is one of the reasons many coaches feel all pro quarterbacks will be 6'3" and over in the near future. Then Pittsburgh seemingly got a big break on an amazing play. On an all-out blitz, Jerry Hillebrand hit Kilmer, and middle linebacker Ray May ran 67 yards with the fumble for an apparent score. But Pittsburgh had been holding, and instead of a Steeler score, the Saints had a first down at the Steeler 13. Kilmer didn't wait to capitalize on the sudden change in fortunes. On the very next play, he hit Ray Pogue at the left sideline for the go-ahead score. New Orleans 17, Pittsburgh 14. Pittsburgh refused to let the momentum shift to the Saints, however. On their first play after receiving the kickoff, J.R. Wilburn stung New Orleans with an end around that went for 35 yards all the way to the Saints' 31. Then it was Wilburn again on a quick pop over the middle. J.R. hurdled his defender for a few extra yards. The usually sure-handed Dick Hoke fumbled on the next play. But Dave Witzel kicked the free ball, and New Orleans was penalized 15 yards for it. Again, a penalty figured heavily. Pittsburgh now had a 1st and 10 situation on the Saints' 15-yard line. John Henderson made a diving catch of a Shiner pass at the 7-yard line. The Saints held on the next 2 plays. Gene Howard broke up a pass intended for Jefferson in the end zone, and then number 81, Doug Atkins, playing his final game after 17 years in the NFL, stopped Groh for no gain. With it 4th and 2, Shiner spun and pitched to Groh, who swept 7 yards into the end zone for the score. A repeat of the touchdown from the end zone camera shows Groh got superb blocking from his pulling lineman and then simply ran over the last man. Pittsburgh was out in front again, 21-17. When New Orleans got the ball, Kilmer returned to his powerful ground game, which has been so effective for New Orleans this season. Tony Baker bulled his way for 10 yards. But then number 75, Mean Joe Green, got to Kilmer as he was throwing, and the errant pass went directly to number 44, Lee Callan. The New Orleans threat and the 3rd quarter ended simultaneously. Pittsburgh was leading 21-17. As Wilburn had done on their last score, now it was Jefferson who led Pittsburgh to another. He took a pass in the left flat and juked his way 19 yards with it. A repeat from the ground gives a clear view of why Jefferson has developed into an all-pro receiver. He had a chance to catch the Saints' Abramowitz for the league leadership in receptions, but at the game's end, the Saints receiver would win the crown. With the Steelers on the New Orleans 27, Jefferson was turned loose again, this time on an end around, good for 22 yards before he ran into a welcoming committee on the 5-yard line. This deceptive play that Jefferson runs so well deserves another look. Note the key block at the top of the screen thrown by number 38, Groh, that enabled Jefferson to cut back against the grain of the New Orleans defense. But the Saints stiffened in the shadow of their own goal, and Pittsburgh had to settle for a Gene Mingo field goal, which put the Pennsylvanians a full 7 points ahead. A new quarterback was in for New Orleans. Rookie Ed Hargett from Texas A&M is considered the future leader of the team, and he quickly demonstrated why. He hit Parks with a strike over the middle for 25 yards. Then Hargett was rudely introduced to another first-year man, Joe Green, who did his thing called intimidation. So Hargett simply ran away from Green's territory on the next play and passed to Abramowitz at midfield. The Steeler front four had been applying pressure all day, and finally rookie Hargett had to run for his life. The scramble netted 11 yards and still another Saints first down. Although New Orleans backs didn't run often today, they did run well. Tony Baker picked up a rough 7 yards. But the Steeler defense prevailed, and the Saints called on the field goal try from the 40. Tom Dempsey, one of the league's leading scorers, gave it to them. New Orleans was within 4 points of Pittsburgh. Now they had to get the ball again. Their defense quickly got it for them. Pittsburgh was forced to punt from their own end zone, and New Orleans got the ball in excellent field position on the Steeler 39. With the game nearing an end, Hargett turned loose his big bulls. His first, the 235-pound Livingston, then 225-pound Baker powered through the Steeler defense. Finally, it took a superior effort to stop them. Number 64, Chuck Hinton, fought off his blocker, then used all his 260 pounds to stop Baker cold. Hargett was now fighting not only the rugged Pittsburgh defense and his own inexperience, but the clock, too. Time was becoming more of a factor. His pass was low, but Dodd took it on his knees for 13 yards and another first down. The Saints were steamrolling now. Hargett rolled right and threw a strike to Abramowitz right in front of the goal line. With 59 seconds remaining in the game, Livingston took a handoff and dove 3 yards over the line for the winning touchdown. And the Sugar Bowl went wild. There were still seconds left in the game, but the emotions and frustrations of an entire season seemed to break loose at once. Both benches emptied. The clock continued running, and a season ended for one of the newest and one of the oldest NFL teams. For Pittsburgh Steelers, it was a disappointing year. New coach, new regime, some new players. Yet the team finished with 13 straight losses. Only one other NFL team has ever lost more, and they were the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets of 1930. Pittsburgh's record of never having won a title in the NFL is permanently intact. Next year, Pittsburgh moves to the newly formed American Conference. For the Saints, the trend is in a different direction. They finish with the best record in their brief history and some very definite accomplishments. They have developed a strong young running attack and have some of the best receivers in the league. It is easy to understand why it was a season to be jolly in old New Orleans.